Hi students, welcome to the another class of social science. I am Deepa here. Today I am going to teach you one more block from your social textbook, that is block 3rd. The name of the block is A Home for Everyone. Do you think we need house? Of course, we need house to live in it. And what is this house? It is a place where we share our space and live with our family members. What is house? A house is a place where we share our space and live with our family members. And it is very important. Why it is important? Let me give you an example. Once you will be standing outside of the house talking with your friend. Okay. While talking, suddenly it starts raining. What will you do? Suddenly you tell, let's get inside the house. It means you want to protect from the rain. So, here house protects us. To protect ourselves, we need a house. So that a house protects us from rain, wind, storms and heat. When we feel very hot, then we like to move to the shadow, or we like to move inside the house. And also house gives us shelter, means we can live in that house. So that house is very important to live in. In this class we learn about the houses, different types of houses, and what are the materials we use, and in different regions what type of houses are there, because different regions have different type of houses. So those all things we are going to learn in today's class. As you all know that early man, thousands of years ago, humans were hunters and gatherers. It means they were nomads. They were not having any house to live. They used to roam in the forest in search of food. Whatever they are getting in the forest, they used to eat that. And they used to hunt the animals. Like this, their lifestyle was there. Gradually, they came to know that they have to live in particular place. Then they started to live in caves. After some days, they learned to build small huts. Present days, human is living in different type of houses. There are different type of houses built using different materials, and also houses are in different size and different shape. Even region to region, house shape is different. The building of house will be different from one region to another region. About that we learn next. Before that, let's come to know what are the materials used to build houses. For example, here are the some materials used to build houses, like stone, wood, bricks, canvas, mud, bamboos, glass, ice and cement. Many other things are used to build house. One more thing here we have to observe, where we see more wooden houses, or if you are living in a forest, what type of house you are going to build? Wooden house. Why we have to use wood only? Because wood is easily available in the forest. So that which material easily available in that particular place, that material is used to build house. If you are staying in big city, then we can use cement, glass, iron, like that. So many things we can use because in cities we get it easily. Think if you are living in village, if you observe in villages, as mud houses are common in villages, because in village mud is easily available. So people used to build house mud in villages. Like this, to build house there are different materials are used to build different type of houses, like types of houses, wooden house, mud house, multi-storied buildings. Like this we can use or we can build different type of houses or by using different materials. Let's learn next topic, that is houses for different regions. The climate of a place decides how a house is built in a particular region. It means climate also affects on building house. In hot areas we can see more mud house, because for those hot area mud houses are suitable. Mud keeps the house very cool, so they prefer to build house using mud. And even the roofs of house also changes from region to region. Roof in the sense ಛತ್ತು, ಚಾವಣಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಮನೆ ಮೇಲ್ಛಾವಣಿಗೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ರೂಫ್. If you observe in regions where it rains heavy, where it rains lot, always it will be raining, in that region people build the house with the slopy roof, ಇಳಿಜಾರು ಇರೋ roof. How that roof helps means, that roof drains the water easily. It means the water move away easily. ಆ ನೀರು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮಳೆ ನೀರು ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಜಾರಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. That is the reason in the heavy rainfall area we see more slopy roof houses. Even we can see many caravans. Do you know what is caravan? It is a house built in a vehicle. Caravan means the people who move from one place to another place. Nomads. It means they will be always moving from one place to another place. They build the house in a vehicle only. Whatever essential things they need, they make it in vehicle. Wherever they want, they can move with that house. That is caravan. These caravans include mini kitchen, mini bedroom, mini bathrooms. Like this, in that caravan they can move wherever they want to travel. So in the same way, let's learn other type of houses find in different regions. In that, first one is igloo. I think you are observing in the picture. This is igloo. Igloo is made of ice. Means these houses are built using ice, and those ice bricks protects the air, so that, or we can call those as air pockets. What we call air pockets. In between the eyes, they fix the air pockets. These makes the house hot or warm. These types of houses we can see in the Arctic region or very cold regions. There ice is easily available. So they used to build these igloos, ice bricks. And this is one type of house and a special type of house we can say. Next type of house is stilt houses. This also you can observe in the picture how they build the stilt houses. Especially these type of houses we find in heavy rainfall areas, because always throughout the year in that region receives heavy rainfall. In that case, the floor will be always muddy. It is always muddy water, and particularly in those regions people have to face the problem of flood. To keep away from the flood, always they cannot, when the flood occurs, they may lose their house. So again and again they cannot build house. In that case they build the houses like stilt houses. What are the speciality of these stilt houses means? These houses are built by using the posts. You can observe in the picture, posts. Down they have gave the support, some sticks they have put. It is support for that house, and that house will be above from the ground, because to keep away themselves from the muddy water or keep away from flood. So this is one type of house we find in the Congo in Africa and Venezuela and Brazil in South Africa. In these places or in these regions we find these stilt houses. Next type of house is yurt. Yurt house. You can observe in the picture. This is also one type of movable house. This is built using the felt. Felt, nothing but, here also I wrote, using felt they built. Felt, nothing but, it is a one type of cloth made up of wool. Using this felt, bamboo or wood, these are all the materials they used to build these yurt house. These type of houses we find in Central Asia, especially in grassland areas. These also I told movable house. It means they can break that house and they carry it on camel or ass and they travel to another place. It means wherever they want they can fix that house. Whenever they want to move, they will break it and carry it on animals and move to the another place. This also used by wandering people. Always they will be moving from one place to another place. Those use this yurt house. One more type of house is tent. I think everybody of you know about the tent. You can observe in the picture how will be the tent. So to build the tent, the used materials are canvas or animal skin. Means to build the tent, these canvas or animal skins are used. These are fixed with the small sticks in the ground, and this is also we can call it as one type of temporary house or movable house only. Especially these are used in desert areas. There people move from one place to another place wherever water is available. These desert people, most of the people use this temporary house. Temporary house, nothing but tent. Wherever they want, they'll fix that tent and they live in that particular place. Whenever they want to or they like to move to another place, then they remove that, they can carry easily to other place. So this is one type of house. Next type of house is houseboat. You can observe the picture, how will be the houseboat, and this word itself describe the meaning of the houseboat, means the houses built on boat. These type of houses commonly found in lake regions like backwater of Kerala and Dal Lake in Kashmir. In these places we can find house boats. So these are the different type of houses in different regions. The third topic, that is people without houses. Before starting the topic, I am showing you two pictures. First you observe those pictures clearly. After that I am going to start or explain about the topic. Children, you have observed the picture. Have you observed it clearly? In the first picture, a man is sleeping in a telephone booth, and in second picture, a woman is sleeping on footpath. Can you think why they are sleeping there? Because some people who are homeless, they sleep on the footpath, bus stand, park, under the flyover, in telephone booth. Like this, they sleep in an open area because they'll have temporary house. Temporary, here is a word, it means not permanent. Some people don't have permanent house to live. They build or they create some temporary houses using plastic covers or plastic, thin plastic and cardboard sheets. and some cloths. Using these materials, they create small house. Those are temporary. So they sleep on the roadside, it means footpath, or under the flyover, or in the park, or in front of temple. We can see many people sleeping like this in an open area. So why they sleep like that? Why they don't have house? About this you have learnt in the first block. In the first block I told you why people move. People move to one place to other place. Migration I told. And also there are two reasons. Some people move to new place or new city by choice, but some people move by force. Here the people who sleep in an open area, they may be lost their house, or they don't have money to offer new house. Some people move from villages or from their hometown to cities or some other countries in search of jobs. When they come to cities in search of jobs, they may not get job. When they cannot get the job, they cannot afford a new house. Offered. Here offer means enough money for buy something. Means if they can't get the job, how can they earn the money? If they cannot earn the money, they cannot offer new house. Then like that people, even they cannot buy food to eat, then they start to sleep in footpath. They end up living in a footpath only. And some people lose their house or property because of natural disasters. I told some people move to new place forcibly. Why they move forcibly means because of natural disasters like earthquake, flood. Due to these, they move to new place. When they move to new place, they may not get job there also. They may not get good house, because in natural disaster people lose their property also. They will not have money to get new house or get the food. So when the people lose house in natural disaster, they move to new place. There they cannot get, when they cannot get the good job, good house, they also end up living in the footpath or under the flyover or in the park or in front of temples. Like this they move on their life. And also some people who escape from the war, they move to the new place. Means who escape from any place due to war, then they get the temporary shelter. It means temporary place to live, that is refugees. The persons who escape from war because of war or because of natural disasters to the new place, those persons are called refugees. Once again I repeat, refugee means the person who escaped from one place due to war to the another place. Those persons are called refugees. These refugees try to get the shelter in temporary refugee camps. It means refugee camps means who escape from the war field, no? Because of them only some camps are created. There some people provide food and shelter for these refugees. Here also some people get the for few days, that is not permanent, for few days sake they live in those refugee camps. So this is the meaning of refugee. Like these people also, after some days they leave those camps also, then they start to live in a sleep in the footpath or in any other an open area. So these are the reasons why people lose their house and why they end up living in a open area or footpath or in telephone booth or in any other open areas. So this is about the people without houses. Let's move on to the next topic, that is life in a slum. Dear children, all of you know what is slum. I think all of you saw the slum also. We can see all over the world many places are there where we can see like this slum. And I'm going to show you some pictures. Observe those pictures carefully. Later on I'll explain the next topic. Children, you have observed the pictures of slum area, how the area is crowded with the people and completely covered with the small houses. So here the meaning of slum is, the slum is a crowded rundown area. Here rundown is a word. The meaning of rundown is in a poor state without proper care, means the area which has in a poor state, that is called rundown. Means here slum is a crowded means many people live in small place, small area, that is crowded. Slum is a crowded rundown area in a city or a town. So like this slums we can see in the many places of the world. In the slum people live in small houses with not proper facilities. So these slum houses are completely different from the apartment buildings. So I am going to show you some apartment buildings or individual houses pictures. Observe those pictures. What is the condition of the apartment buildings or individual houses? So children, you have observed the apartment building pictures. Now you got the idea what is the difference between apartment building and slum, because you have observed the slum pictures also. So here slum is very different from the apartment buildings. Those who stay in slum, they don't have the proper facilities, but those who stay in apartment buildings, they have more space, separate toilets, good supply of clean water, and enough supply of electricity. Like this, they'll have a complete facilities in apartment buildings. But those who stay in slums, they face many problems like unclean water, irregular supply of water, means properly they don't have the supply of water, and no electricity. Oftenly slum have open drainages, means you can observe in the slums the drainage water flow on the road itself. There is no space to walk also. Like this, they face many problems in the slum, and they have unclean surroundings. They don't clean properly those surroundings. So they oftenly face the problem of health. They get different diseases because of that unclean surroundings. So even to clean these slum areas, government also have introduced many laws to clean regularly or to adequate supply of electricity. It means supply of regular clean water and also regular supply of electricity to the slum. Government has made many, or government has introduced many laws. Here adequate, I told the word adequate. The meaning of adequate is enough, means to supply enough clean water for slum area and enough electricity to the slum area. So government also working on that, and it is our duty also. Those who stay in slum also, we the people of India, we have to keep our surrounding clean. Even slum area also, people have to keep their surrounding clean. Then they maybe not face like these problems. So this is about the life in a slum. So by this block 3, a home for everyone, is completed. So let's meet in the next video. Have a great day. Thank you.